Hello, good afternoon, welcome back to my channel. My name is Louise and this is Louise's Lifestyle. Thank you for joining me. I apologise in advance if I start coughing. I'm full of a cold. Been like this for about a week. It's not COVID. I've done a test, but I am very chesty. I've got very chesty cough, so I've got my chesty cough sweets there, Jakeman's, and I've got myself a hot drink. So if you see me pausing in between, you just have to bear with me. So I received this in a post, and it is my birthday coming up next week, and my children have asked me what I want for my birthday. It's my 60th, and I did say, you know, I would prefer a plant rather than chocolates and flowers. I'm not really a chocolate and flowers person, and so I gave them a choice of plants which I would like, you know, which I would like if they could get it for me. So I think this is one of those. The only thing I'm worried about is, I don't know if you can hear, it feels a bit loose in there. It might not even be a plant, I don't know, because I can hear something moving, and if it's a plant and it's moving, it's not a good sign. So I'm going to open it anyway, and hopefully all is well. So I'll just get my scissors here. Cut along the tape. It doesn't say on the box fragile. There's nothing on the box to say fragile or which way up. You know, if you're sending anything in the post, if it's a plant, it's always a good idea to say which way up it should be held, not upside down, because, you know, there's a chance that the plant could get damaged. Yes, it's definitely a plant, and the reason I say that is to show you what's come out on my leg. Oh, excuse me. I'm just, I've got such a bad cough. Had it for a few days now. Right, on we go. Wow, okay. So this is how it's come. So there's a bit of soil spillage in there. So I don't know if you can see, a bit of soil spillage, but anyway, that's not important, is what's in here. So it is a plant, and I think it's the one that I asked for. Now it could be that all three of my children have got me this, although it's my birthday next week. I wouldn't be able to keep this for a week. You know, in the box, you know, it just middle of, well, late autumn, winter almost. Oh gosh, there's a lot of soil spillage. Oh, just show you. It could be that this plant was held upside down. Oh, it's a shame, really. That's the plant. It's lost a leaf here. There's a leaf there. And they've another leaf as well. Oh, that's a shame. So all the soil, well, not all the soil, quite a bit of soil has come out. I think this was upside down at some point, so maybe a mention to the seller. I think they were on eBay. I think the seller was on eBay. Maybe just send them a message to say, next time you package it, make sure it says fragile or plant, and this way up, because I think this was upside down. There's no way anybody could tell from this box whether that was a plant or anything. So yeah, so this is the plant. Anyway, let's get back to this, and this is Piper crocatum, and It's not cheap, this plant. It's another Piper. It's a member of the same family as the beetle leaf. It's got that characteristic shape, and sadly it's arrived damaged. So I will, you know, be sending a message to the seller. Although I didn't buy it, it was bought by my children. Yeah, so Piper crocatum, another member of the beetle leaf family, and it has these lovely red backs to them. Sometimes called Celebes pepper. Pepper as being member of the Piper family, Piper, pepper, etc. So this is not one of the most common ones, and it's been on my wish list for a long time. I couldn't find anybody in the UK selling this. All the sellers were from abroad, you know, like Indonesia, and I certainly wasn't going to import from there. They do grow this in Bangladesh, but it's not a commercial plant. They grow in the not the rainforest. They grow in the hill tract area of Bangladesh, in the forest areas. So they're not a commercial plant. You won't see them in nurseries or places like that. So I did do a bit of research before I went to Bangladesh to see if I could get it over there, and apparently it was only found in forest areas. There were some papers written on this plant. So yeah, I couldn't bring one from Bangladesh, but managed to get one from an eBay seller here. And I will be, oh gosh, I just see what they've written on the front. Oh, right, that's just probably use another part. I can't really see what it says on there. Yeah, I think that label's nothing to do with this plant. So, yeah, yeah, not the best packaging. The plant is okay. Sad about the loss of 2 leaves, which is a shame because they look like nice, healthy ones. Yeah. I'll just try and see if I can remove this plastic here, because I want to see what the top of the soil looks like. A lot of it's fallen out. And this plant is not cheap. It's not, you know, a cheap plant to buy, because of, they're not rare, but they're not common. It's certainly not a plant you will find in a nursery in the UK. So this was, I think, a private seller. I'm just trying to take all this plastic off. So a thank you to my children who gifted me this plant. And I hope to see you next week at my birthday. My son is currently in Thailand. So he will be back for my birthday, he has assured me. They've used these cotton pads to keep the soil damp. Yeah, I think there are better ways of holding the soil down. I have had plants in the post before with no spillage whatsoever, properly, carefully packed. So yeah, that is a bit of a shame on the packing side of things, but other than that, it's a nice looking plant and I'm very pleased with it. And yeah, hopefully it'll recover from this damage. The lower leaves at the bottom seem fine, and right, they've got this stick. The stick has gone right through the bottom there. Not sure about that. Let me just adjust that. I've taken the stick out. I'll put it that side. I don't like plants sort of like having the stick right next to them. It seems to cut through down to the roots. You know, it always worries me that the roots are going to get sort of speared by the stick. So yeah, lovely looking plant there. Got lovely silvery foliage, silvery, and it's got hints of pink Don't know if you can see that. It's got like a pinkish tinge, and then you've got the red on the back. So this will probably need to acclimatise first. I'll get a cloche over it, and I'll probably keep it in here. Put plastic bottle over it, and then see how we get on. I'm not going to repot it. I'm not going to shock it or anything. I think it just needs to settle down. It's wet, the compost, so I don't need to water it. But if anybody else is growing this plant, Piper crocatum, let me know in the comments box below. And if you are growing it, what are its plants needs? You know, what have you found? Does it need a lot of humidity? Does it prefer strong sunlight, or it likes to be in the shade? Just add your comments in the comments box below. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.